Coulee I'm in right now. And this here is the entrance to Moses Coulee, where it enters into the Columbia Basin. As you can tell, it's all apple and fruit orchards around here. It's just absolutely teeming with fruit and whatever, orchards aplenty. 10 billion apples. Anyway, this is the entrance to Moses Coulee, which is the second biggest coulee after the Grand Coulee. So this is, thought I'd just film the entrance of it, where it starts. I'm going to attempt driving up the entire coulee. We'll see what kind of roads I'm into. Okay, here we are driving up part of Moses Coulee. This coulee here is sort of mysterious, I guess, in the regards that there doesn't seem to be any direct connection to glacial Lake Missoula, which is the traditional theory where the water came from. So this one kind of defies the dogma that all the water came from Lake Missoula, which is more likely that this water came from the Okanagan Valley, but it's still controversial. There's geologists working on it currently, trying to figure that out. Anyway, I'll continue and take some more video farther up. Here's a spot here just to emphasize. You can clearly see all the different layers of lava, how it comes in different layers. What Nick Zettner calls the German chocolate cake. You can see 6 or 7 layers there. But that goes on for many thousands of feet, over and over and over millions of years, to accumulate all this basalt lava. And then these floods come along and tear it out layer by layer, which there could have been a multitude. They figure there could be up to as many as 100 different floods. They don't really know for sure. Everything's speculation, of course. So they can figure on the last flood was 13 to 15,000 years ago, but the ice ages have been going on for over 2 million years, so these could be repeated floods for millions of years that created all this. And you got all the hanging valleys up here. These are valleys that used to come into a smaller valley that used to be here. But as this was cut down, they all became hanging valleys. Okay, I'll take a bit more. There's still lots of farms down here. You can clearly see the difference between what's irrigated, the green part, and the non-irrigated, the yellow part. So there's how they do it. They got these big things called pivots that they run down the field. All the water's managed. Anyway, carry on. Next spot. The road's just turned to dirt. The pavement ends, the dirt starts. Wine tasting. I guess you taste the wine in that little shack, I guess, apparently. There's a pivot out there with the watering the fields. This is about 20 miles, I've been going so far up this Moses Coulee, and it's just farm after farm after farm, all irrigating their land, but you don't see any apparent rivers or lakes or any source of water, so it's hard to say. Like, there could be hundreds and hundreds or thousands of feet of fill in the bottom of this valley. This rubble is very porous, so it would hold water quite well. We'll see how bumpy this road gets. How much farther we want to go up here, we'll see. The good thing is that there's still lots of farms and houses. It's not as desolate as some of the places that I've tried to go see. Get yourself in trouble out here in a big hurry. Lots of cattle farms I've seen so far too. Just the sheer scale of this is just defies logic. The amount of water it would take to remove this much material out of here, like for 50 miles. Like, this isn't a flood. Not gonna do this in a couple of days. Holy. This is a sustained amount of water pressure to remove many kilometers of cubic kilometers or cubic miles or of basalt. Layer after layer after layer. Pretty cool though. Carrying on. It's kind of a cool spot here. This dirt road, it's pretty bumpy, so I'm going incredibly slow. It's just quite isolated out here. Let's see, we're into corn now. Corn up in this section. 15 miles per hour, shouldn't be a problem. You get going any speed, you hit these washboards, pretty near shake it, fillings out of your teeth. This is kind of a unique looking area here. It's a little bit different than some of the other areas that we've seen so far. Somebody's house. Hopefully this is still part of the road. The road comes right through their house. Whoa. Yeah, I don't know about this. I think that's as far as I'm going. I'm not going any farther than this. I'm gonna turn around and go back. Coulee Meadows Road. Yeah, I don't be thinking so. Not for this cowboy. We got snowplows on that truck. Let's get occasional snow around here. Well, that's far enough for me. That's the end of Grand Coulee, or Moses Coulee, for me, because I'm not going up that cart path. So back we go. Anyway. I think it says we're 11 kilometers from the end of it, but I'm not going 11 kilometers up no cart path in this kind of situation. I'll go back the way I know I can go. Anyway, quite interesting. Whoa. Moses Coulee.